All right.
What's going on, boys?
What's up?
Tuesday Rodcast.
Tuesday Rodcast, man. Yeah. Here he is again. Welcome to the Mechanicsville Hot Rodcast. I'm Ash. Right there's Big Med. Right there's Kamish. Actually, if I point that way, I'm not sure how it's going to work. But we talk about cars. We gas it. Mechanics.
Mechaniacs.
We're working on something here.
Mechaniacs.
Mechaniacs, like maniac and mechanics put together. Mechaniacs. Yeah.
Like Brainiac, except different.
Yeah,
but different.
I wouldn't put brain and us.
Way different.
I mean, I do have one up there, but I don't know how much it's worth. How many folds it has in it? I'm not sure.
Like 180.
Well, they were starched out at ZMAX Dragway, I think.
It woke something in me.
It took some of those folds out. It kind of ironed some of those folds out.
Nitromethane brain.
Yeah, that's right.
One of that extra X chromosome I had, it knocked a little prong off of it. Now I got a Y. I don't know what's going on. So here we are, boys. We had a pretty good weekend. Kind of sucked, kind of bittersweet. I can't wait to go and have a rematch with that.
I don't know about for y'all, but the anticipation for me was worse than trying to get Heinz ketchup out of a glass bottle. I was so ready to see some race cars go down the racetrack. I mean, It was just like it was relief that flipped into anticipation. It was good to be back at the racetrack, but then when the weather would kind of move out and they would start drying and then the weather would move back in. And Stu was looking for 100 pounds of flour
to make a big biscuit.
Yeah.
Make a big old biscuit.
Yeah. But we have gained a lot of momentum and a lot of support from the time we spent and documenting with Darian. We're so grateful for everybody who has jumped on and gave us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget, I know this is a shameless plug, but after the Rodcast, slide on over to the new Facebook page. Give us a like and follow over there. That's where you see some more of, let's say, more or less the kind of funnier side, the more unhinged side of Mechanicsville over there on the Facebook page. Darian was so gracious to reach out to us and ask us to come hang out with him Saturday. And he was very patient with us as we worked to get the cameras in the car and ultimately all for naught. But and then have taken out that time to speak with us and give us the lowdown on his ride. Very gracious, very smart, very passionate about what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he pulled up. When we pulled up, he was working.
Yeah.
He had his head down. It was a one-man crew.
He was a wrecking crew, one-man wrecking crew in there all day.
Which is unusual because most folks, when they see us, they drop what they're doing and immediately rush over for autographs and
the other way.
Other
way.
he totally ignored us. He treated us like it was normal people. I was really
He did. Like we was just your regular Joes walking around.
It was refreshing. It was refreshing.
Yeah.
To be ignored.
Shit.
I mean, really, most of the time these chicks are trying to rip our clothes off and
You ever get your hoodie fixed, your zipper fixed back, Big Man?
I did, but I don't know why I wasted the money. It's just gonna get ripped again.
Ripped off again. Yep.
Yeah. Especially if you keep eating those 100-pound biscuits.
Those 100-pound biscuits, man, I'm telling you. Throw a little bit of bacon on there. That's
crispy.
how
I want it crispy.
That's how I used to date back in high school. A little bacon grease,
Yeah.
a little flour.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I ain't judging how y'all do it up there in Kang.
Put some cracked corn in my pockets, they come running.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, man, he was doing it all. He was pushing it out and dragging extension cords and cranking up generators and plugging in battery chargers. It looked like a tornado going through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a young man like that getting up and down off the ground and bending over, I was like, it was rocket. Guys like us probably take all day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember asking Commish, I was like, is anybody here to help him? And he explained to me, he says, a lot of guys, they like doing it themselves so they know it's done. And I was like, that makes sense. Hey, did you put gas in the tank? Oh, I don't know. You do it yourself. You know what's going on.
Yeah, the bleach box is not the place to realize you didn't put gas in the car.
Yeah. And the time that I spent at the racetrack, it was very hard for me to turn over certain responsibilities race day once we got the car off of the trailer. I had to learn to let people and trust people do things the way that I would do them. And that's really a hard rope to let go of sometimes. And sometimes maybe in Darian's situation, he doesn't have a lot of help. I know he was parked next to Jeff Smith. I think it was Jeff Smith, and they worked very closely together. So I'm sure in the absence of somebody not being able to help, you'll find that a drag racing community is a lot different than any other racing community. I may want to cut your head off up there at the Christmas tree and cross the finish line first. Everybody wants to do that. But after that, if I've got it and it'll fix you and help you go down the racetrack, you'll get it. You'll get it. And that's very unique. That's a unique environment for racing. Mm-hmm. You don't find that in other forms of racing.
Yeah, it was really cool. I just hate the weather wouldn't clear up. And then as soon as we got home, about 5 or 6, the weather cleared up.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful Sunday.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking of one-man gangs, behind you, how are you doing over there in the medicine lodge there, Big Man?
Well, I had to clean up the garage the other day so I could immediately start working back again. True story.
Yeah.
I got these gauges I've been working on, and I'll lay down a screwdriver and turn around and turn around and turn around, and I don't know where it's at. So I took everything and put it back in the toolbox where it's supposed to go. I mean, all of my tools. And then I went immediately back to pulling them out one at a time as I needed them. But, I didn't spend a combined 2 hours looking for something. So I got my little fold-out table right here, and I just started putting all of the tools on the table instead of in the car, under the hood, on the workbench. But I just had to clean up and make room so I could make more mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close are you on the gauge pods and the?
Well, I had to take the seats out so Fat Boy could lay down up under the dash. And then I thought, if I take the console out, I can just probably run that line for that transmission cooler down through one of them holes where the shifter cable goes.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the closest, from A to B. No, that's not happening. So snaked it back through the firewall and down back behind the engine, actually. And that's where it's hanging right now.
Okay.
So I got my little manifold block, got some fittings for it. And maybe Thursday I'll get under there and cut those steel transmission lines and splice in that manifold block. But the answer to your question, that's the last gauge to get working.
Okay.
To hook up. Everything else is hooked up. The tack, water temperature, oil pressure, amps or voltage, whatever. But yeah, after that, console goes back in and seats go back in. I was hoping to find, $200-300 bills tucked up under the seat.
Mm.
But apparently HRE tucked those under the hood.
What was that Cheech and Chong movie? They were riding around with all that money underneath the seats. Remember that?
Up in smoke.
I think it's the one where they played Middle Easterns too, and he was getting his hair piece done.
Yeah.
What Cheech and Chong movie was that?
I can't
remember. Cop pulls him over and he asks him, "Where's his license?" And he said, "They're on the bumper, man."
Oh, that's the first one. That's Up in Smoke.
That's Up in Smoke.
I can't remember.
I can't think of.
They had a car and they were driving across country for these Middle Eastern guys or something.
Yeah.
But it was Cheech and Chong playing the Middle Eastern guys too.
Yeah.
And underneath the seat was just like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they didn't know it, I don't think.
No,
they kept like giving away pieces of the car or something.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
I have a headpiece.
Yeah.
What? Yes, I have headpiece. He's saying hairpiece, but yeah. Well, anyway.
So, just in case the nation is not familiar with what you were doing with Blueberry, bring us up to speed with this side project that you started.
Yeah. So I had Moon Eyes gauges in there. And the issue I had, those are good gauges. They look cool. They're old school. But the lack of a red pointer made it difficult for me to see the gauges real quick like. So, of course, I had to call Ferlinelli and say, "Hey, Wayne, what kind of gauges you got in your car?" And, of course, he said those super cheap auto meters because you can't hide money.
Yeah.
So
unless it's under the hood of a Pontiac.
Unless it's under the hood of a Pontiac, you're exactly right. Fragola fittings, they don't hide money neither.
Yeah. You put somebody's kid through college.
Yeah. And you're welcome. Whoever.
In grad school.
So not to be outdone, I had to order some auto meter gauges. So, of course, I ordered them one at a time, so I wouldn't have to sell a abused kidney on Craigslist. So they finally.
Ash can't do that.
No, I could use a kidney. I only got one.
Well, you better hold on to that one.
Yeah, let me drink some more Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
With and that, you purchased those autometer gauges one at a time from a reputable parts store.
Did you say reputable? I did. Yeah. The employees, not so much, but the establishment there is pretty reputable.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, right, really?
Okay.
Yeah. Can we say that?
O'Reilly?
I mean,
yeah.
Huh?
Can we say
where,
that?
what?
Who?
I like going to Walmart to get my part.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Ow! That's the best theme song out there, just about.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
better than the other one, Get in the Zone.
Yeah.
AutoZone.
That's lame. That's flaccid.
Yeah. So you've gone from a 3-gauge pod to now you've added an additional gauge. Okay.
Jace.
All right.
Yep. So, yeah, I also put a new pan on the transmission. Aluminum polished aluminum with fins on it to keep it cooler, allegedly. So I thought, man, I don't want it to, after I've spent all this money, I'd kind of like to know what the temperature is inside of that there transmission. So just a FYI and to CYA.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'll need any more gauges after that.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing left will be oil temperature or differential grease, so.
Hey, we just got hit up by Darian. What's up, Darian?
Oh, man. Mr. Houston himself.
Yes, sir.
The, what is it? The Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
We're just handing out nicknames left and right.
Yeah, man.
That's right. The
Running
water's
and
warm.
gunning.
Yeah. Water's warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that saying. I think that's what we called the name of this. I think I put in the description, water's warm on that. I wish we could have got some live action, but it's just the way it goes sometimes,
Yes.
We'll make up for it.
Yeah, when Darian fired that beast up, that little bitty small block sure was doing a lot of popping and cracking.
Yes, it was.
And I could tell by the sound of that thing that that's a high RPM engine, and I was anxious to hear what, I don't know, 10, 11,000 sounds like.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said the anticipation was building to hear those cars rev up and then to hear them let the clutch out and let those engines eat, man. It was almost unpalatable, the anticipation that was there.
Yeah, 10,000 RPMs. That's
10,000, 10K. All right.
It's one thing to hear a big motor fire up, and you can just tell by the bore and the stroke, hey, that's a big motor right there.
Yeah.
But those small engines have a whole lot different pop to it. A whole lot different slap to the quench. Yeah. And when you hear one, that motor right there is going to turn up.
Yes.
Turn up. Yeah.
That's one of the few things I've had to learn editing. You know how much crap I've gotten for putting music over engines.
Yeah.
Because I don't work with cars. I've just edit videos where you put music over parts. I didn't understand that the engine sound gets people bricked up.
Music. That is music.
Yeah. I didn't know that. So like the George good old Charlie Brown video, boy, people are pissed. I keep putting music over the thing. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I won't do it again.
Don't get us jumped out here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like with Darian's video, when he cranked it up, I was like, dead silence, nobody talking. And then you two guys are talking in the background.
Yeah.
Like this little bitch right here got 11,000. I was like,
yeah, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, them gearheads, man, they want to hear that thing rumble.
I'm learning.
And those you watching, like Darian, if you log into your YouTube account, you can talk to us live right now. Ash will pop those comments up there. We can respond to them as he pops them up there and lets us see them. Big shout out to Darian and his outfit for bringing us out there. At the head of the video, you saw some new things up there. Shout out to HRE Wayne Hicks and Racing Engines, and he did a tremendous amount of work for Big Med with the Pontiac, and he's an OG Mechanicsville subscriber. So get on those. You get on those comments, and Ash will feed them up there to us, and we'll comment with you. He's telling us now that his engine builder, John Bowman, has one that we need to hear run.
Yeah.
Small
Speaking
block.
of comments, where's HRE after all that work we did? All that work we did to make sure he can get in here and comment. Where's he at?
He probably tried to log in the next day and ended up taking a sledgehammer to the monitor and the computer and
trying to find the delete button. He found the delete button. All right, it was a 2-pound sledgehammer.
Oh my God!
9 millimeter.
So I don't know. I don't want to talk too much smack, but yeah. An engine genius he is. A computer genius he may not be.
No.
Well, I don't think he'll mind me saying this. He's like me on computers. It's kind of like dirt. But when we was putting this motor together, man, I was wanting to slap this thing together, bolt it up. Ain't no need to get no torque wrench out. Just get the shit tight, tighten it up, you know. But he's slow and methodical, and if it ain't perfect,
yep, that's what you want.
Then he ain't gonna send it out the door.
Yeah,
he would tighten it up and untighten it and tighten it up just to make sure that thing double check, triple check, and I'm like, holy hell, put the pan on this thing, man. He's like, nope, we got to check, make sure this, that the pickup screen's going to clearance. And I'm like, if it's underwater, it's going to be all right, But that's the thing about old Furlan. If it is not absolutely perfect, he's not going to put a HRE sticker on it.
Yes.
And that was really all I was after, was the damn sticker.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to make sure that every single piston in the hole pulls the same amount of weight. Period. And if it's close, close ain't good enough. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. But the man's got patience, and if you're going to be a good engine builder, that's what you got to have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Darian gave enormous amounts of credit to his engine builder, John Bowman, to getting him where he was. And I know as disappointed as we were, I know even more so Darian was probably disappointed because, dropping the hammer on a new car and a new engine combination, there's nothing like it. I mean, there's just nothing like it.
Yep.
We'll have to make up for it.
I absolutely will.
Yeah, we'll get to smell some tire smoke.
Yeah.
Out from under that cameo.
You the man.
Yes. Shout out to Darian, man. He's pumping us up, man.
Well,
yeah, we definitely appreciate that.
Darian is top shelf, man.
Oh yes.
Yeah. We want to. I think Silver Dollar Waller was talking about the fact that the sport is kind of not really declining, but the interest is not there as it used to be.
Yeah.
And guys like Darian and other channels, and we're trying to bring that fever back. I'm all about EV cars. I love it, but that's disposable cars to me. It really is. You don't fix Tesla, but you do fix a Blueberry back there. You get it just right. You get that 80-something Camaro, and you get it just right, And so I think that culture is dying, and the art and the power and the fixing and the engineering is kind of slipping away, and it doesn't need to.
No.
So that's like my purpose for the channel: tell the stories and to kind of bring it back around where it used to be or should be?
Well, they took, everybody's got an opinion, even me, although I don't voice it very often.
I know. I wish you'd speak up more.
I'm going to work on that, really. But man, there's not a shop class offered in high school anymore. The building something with your own hands, whether it's out of wood or metal or mechanicing, auto body repair.
Yeah,
man, no, everybody's interested in technological computer, and thank God for those guys, because me and Furlan wouldn't be able to send our email. You wouldn't know what a router looks like.
You wouldn't be wearing a Dell laptop on your wrist.
Look at that bleed.
Oh, look at the golly.
I see. I got a small one compared to you. He keeps saying it's genetics, but I don't know, man.
Listen, don't be so hard on yourself, man. Some guys are just, some folks are just more well endowed than others. Don't be so hard on yourself.
These little ones get the job done. Look at this.
I know.
All right. Let's step back from the size of y'all's unit for a second to this comment that Darian just posted up there, that there's a certain niche of people that are really looking for content like what we're developing, but haven't found it yet. Listen, that's an important thing for the channel. You Mechanicsville Nation members, continue to like and subscribe these videos. Get your friends involved in some form of DIY mechanicing, even if it's tinkering in the driveway. Share these videos with them. Get them to like and subscribe so we can impart this knowledge and this culture. It's about a culture to these folks, and we're so grateful that the folks that have jumped on board with us and are rowing the same direction that we're rowing and helping us grow the channel. You guys and gals are just amazing at what you're doing.
Yeah, we want to get in. We want to get in the water. We want to help you with your mechanic problem. We want to tell your story. We want to make a feature about you and your vehicle. We want to everything. We want to get involved in this culture. I'm just now getting into it now. It really is interesting. I've been around it my whole life. My whole family's into cars and stuff, and I've always been like, computers. But man, after breathing that nitromethane at one time, seeing Blueberry out there, going to the racetrack, meeting guys like Darian and George, and then hanging out with Mr. Butler and all that, man, I'm like, let's go. Hell, I got a damn mechanic shirt on now. What is going on in my life? I'm gonna get a neck tattoo, and
we had him crawling around on his hands and knees underneath a race car back in the summer. I mean,
my hands got dirty.
That I would never have envisioned for you. As much shit as you gave me all those years.
Dirty mechanic. Sit around, you dirty, greasy hands. Ugh.
Yeah, how do you fix a PB&J with those greasy sausages?
Gross.
Yeah, nasty.
Vroom, vroom. Man, get out of here.
That's why they started adding flavoring to Gojo.
Yeah.
To Gojo?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A little gritty.
That's for your enamel.
It's orangey.
Yeah.
Orangey.
They also say they say use sugar and Dawn is better than Gojo. It's cheaper. Get a bunch of sugar, pour it in your hands, rub it with a little bit of Dawn. It cleans your hands super clean, better than Gojo. Just sugar and Dawn.
How is sugar cheaper than Gojo?
I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. That's what they say. That's what TikTok told me.
Okay.
It sounds like
I'm out of here. This is some bull crap.
Stop
That's
throwing
some bull
tools.
doo-doo. That's some toro de caca.
Screw you guys.
Oh. He's gonna slam the office door and lock himself in the office.
Yeah, he's locked in his room now for an hour. And they're licking his wounds.
This is childish. You're so childish.
Why
How
would you
dare
do
you.
that? Why would you do that?
See, that's y'all. That's messed up, y'all.
I do it for the humor.
You know, the
I
whole
don't care.
time.
I don't care
It's
that you're
all-
bleeding. It's
It
funny.
is all fun and games till somebody's belt loop gets cut.
Then it's hilarious.
Yes.
All the way to Farmington. I sit back there real quiet because that's all y'all talked about.
Yeah.
Well, and guess what? He better. Hey, why are you so quiet, Ash? I'm like, because I don't know this dude. Y'all are
Yeah.
like fascinated with this man,
You know,
boy, child.
you get a belt loop busted. Next thing you know,
You're in the office by yourself looking at
you're
Three
on
walls
suicide
and a-
watch.
3 walls and a door.
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
well.
can't,
trying to wrap the extension cord around your neck.
I
Yeah.
hope he fires y'all's ass. I can't wait.
I've been fired before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just like
send
I-
Doge over there.
Hey, more time for the channel.
You damn right. You damn right.
Well, I've said it before. I'm running out of shit that scares me. So
Yeah, we need to get some Australian off-road racing. That'll scare you.
man, I'm gonna tell you what.
Woo!
Those what are those
No.
what are those little bitty Fiat Ford Escorts that are racing through the countryside at like 8,000 miles an hour? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Jumping over hills and landing in the grass and people
You
standing
wanna
on both sides of the road.
You want to talk about scary? Baja 1000.
Or
Were they-
here you go. Isle of Man motorcycle.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I will
Nope.
go watch that, but I'm not doing that.
I'll watch it from home. I'm not going to stand on the
Dude.
side of the road.
I don't
Ash,
know.
have you seen that?
I think I'd like to do that, but not ride it. I think I'd like to go there and witness that at least one
Stand
time.
right there on the edge of the road. Does it go by you?
Somewhere in the town, in a lower speed area, like in a like a technical part of it where oh, okay, there they slowed down and they can do that.
Like
No,
the starting
not
line.
out there, not out there on the edge of a sheep pasture with nothing but the hedgerow between me and a motorcycle that's doing 230 miles an hour.
On the edge of a cliff, 200 foot high, and then the ocean.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I believe on average, every year there's at least 3 deaths associated with that race.
And when they wreck and go to a commercial break and come back, they're still wrecking
Yeah,
because it's
Yeah.
going to take 15 minutes to stop.
yeah,
Your motorcycle has stopped, but you haven't.
no.
That is, I don't know how they know to turn before they've passed the turn.
Mhm.
That's stupid.
Now you want to talk about people choosing violence? That group chooses violence.
I think those folks have nothing left to live for, and they're just like, the hell with it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, just hold the throttle wide open, and we'll either make it or we won't. I mean,
Let me put a $200 motorcycle helmet that I got free for buying this Honda and a pigskin suit on, and let's go 230 miles an hour, and maybe that'll keep me alive.
what could happen when I hit this bridge and bump it? I got on a bale, brain bucket.
On a rye.
Yeah, you're still dead.
Yeah.
You're still dead. It's like
I can't imagine.
If you're wearing a ballistic vest, but you take a shotgun slug to the sternum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, it's going to stop it. You're not going to have a hole, but you're still dead because your sternum just clapped your backbone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything in between looks like Welch's grape jelly right now. You won't have a hole and you won't bleed, but dead is dead.
Yeah. Now what's so dangerous for those guys that do the Baja 1000 is
Groundhogs.
the crowds. They stand on the race course and see how long they can stand there as the car's flying at them like at 140 miles an hour.
That
Yeah, I get like Tour de France, bicyclists. You're like, yeah, I'm right here, but those cars are like jumping heels.
Yeah,
and like just missing people. Woo!
Yeah,
The camera and their phones out. Oh,
yeah.
But
I
what
like
is
to
that
get
racing
some-
called? What is it? Rally cars or something?
Rally. Stage racing. They
That's
race from stage to stage to stage.
That's
dude,
crazy.
I say we keep rocking this channel. Who knows where we'll end up? You know, we might be in the damn gumball. You never know. We might end up Australia.
Hey, I'll take that pit bike to Isle of Man.
Yeah, I'll get
Heck
that one.
yeah.
We'll keep up with them.
I'll hold that throttle wide open. Now, you can't scare me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we can do. Let's fabricate and put a sidecar on one of them, and Ash can ride in the sidecar
On the pit bike.
Yeah.
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 Now we're talking.
I'm only 6 foot, 120 pounds. That's totally fine. It's all head, man. It's all head.
Right. I don't see a problem.
Would we be able to get a crash helmet big enough to go on that melon?
Bro, I got special order sunglasses because my head's so damn big.
I say that we buy a Yeti cooler with a chin strap.
Well, you're going way beyond where I was going. I said we just go down to Lowe's, get a bucket, one of the blue Lowe's buckets,
and some bubble wrap.
And cut it out, so it'll be like over his face like this.
Yeah.
All you need.
Squirt that expandable foam up inside of it.
Now you're talking.
You don't actually need a helmet for this right here.
I mean, it looks like it's been wrecked a time or two already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that debris field in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's left?
Yeah.
$8,000, boys. $8,000 right there.
You wouldn't think a headboard would deform a head like that, would you? A lot of torque behind it, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dropped me on my head a lot when I was a baby.
Oh.
Well, dropped and thrown
are two different things.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there are. Well, here's another one: boat drags.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now
those guys are crazy.
I spent many a summer down in High Point.
Yep. Oak Hollow.
They still do that in High Point? Well, Norman, I guess.
I don't think they do they?
No, they don't do that anymore.
Oak Hollow boat drags used to be a thing.
Yeah, that was the place to be in the summer.
When you have to wear a parachute on your boat.
Yeah, we talked about that before. That's crazy.
That's an indicator. An idiot light should go off right there, but it don't.
Your internal check engine light should be glowing right now.
Yeah, but they reset it.
Yeah,
that's
disconnect the battery cable.
We want to go faster.
Right. I'm going to put this 8,000 cubic inch blown nitro fire breathing dragon on the back of this 14-foot John boat, and I bet I get to the other end before you do. And boo boo. Stick your head and doo.
I bet you can't. Yeah.
That's what it is.
And that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some dudes out there that have zero fear.
More power to them. I want to talk to them. I want to see that 1,000-yard stare when they talk to you.
What about old girl that set that record, 2-3 weeks ago?
Oh, I ain't hear about this.
Brittany Force.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
What record was it?
In the qualifying rounds of the Gator Nationals 2 weeks ago, she went 326 miles an hour in the 8th mile. 338 in the 1,000-foot mark, I think it was. It's the fastest top fuel pass ever recorded.
Golly.
That's getting it done, son.
Dude, that in an 1/8 of a mile.
Yeah, 660 feet.
That's half the distance of a quarter mile, if my math is right.
Yes, sir.
That's stupid. You don't even have time to crap in your pants.
You're
by the time the G's hit you, the blood hasn't even reached your legs yet. You're done.
She traveled 60 feet, which is roughly 3 average car lengths, in 800s, a little over 800ths of a second. See, for years, everybody tried to break that 0.9 second barrier to travel 60, to get under a second to travel 60 feet. You know, you're really moving a car. You're using a lot of torque and horsepower to move a car, any car that is, under a second in 60 feet. Your top fuel cars, your pro stock cars are running that. A really, really well-tuned pro modified car will do that. A well-tuned top alcohol dragster will do that. A well-tuned top sportsman car. This is not just rarefied air for one form of race car. This spans multiple layers of drag racing. These cars go from something that looks basically like what you could drive out of a dealership with just super big wide tires on the side of it, and a bunch of decals all over it, which add horsepower, by the way.
True.
And here's this car busting off 900ths of a second to travel 60 feet, and it's amazing.
I don't know how she keep it on the road.
What's amazing is
just point.
Yeah, pull the trigger. What's amazing is getting it to stick.
Yes.
I mean, building horsepower, that much horsepower and torque is hard enough, but in the whole equation, that's probably the easiest part.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to figure out a way to not blow the tires off.
Yes.
To keep the front end on the ground, and to get it to move forward instead of up and forward.
Yeah.
Or God forbid, sideways and forward. But yeah, man, it's a lot more. Everybody thinks, drag racing, you just build a lot of horsepower and put a low gear in the car and just drive it down to the no. With 6 pounds of air in the back tire.
Yeah. I think we had some interesting commentary when we were at the ZMAX Dragway. We were looking at specifically the rear tires of Cruz Pedregon's funny car.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash was kind of like really amazed at, number one, the size of it, and then how it's designed to actually operate. There's a lot of things that happen with that tire. If you look at any of it in slow motion, where once the horsepower and the torque is released on that drivetrain, and the wheel actually spins inside of the tire before the tire ever moves, and then it wads up a great big lump on the front side of that tire. That's exactly what you're talking about, Stu, is that tire then has to climb over that hump of rubber that's bulged up where the tire is rotating on itself
Yeah, it has to climb over itself.
It has to climb over itself and maintain traction for that transition area between that first jump and not immediately go into what's called tire shake, where the sidewalls are meant to grow. The whole tread is meant to grow. It goes from about a 18, 19 inch wide tire down to a 14-inch wide tire at full RPM. And when they do what's called tire shake, the tire has lost traction and it's spinning in between the amounts of time that the tire is actually in contact with the surface, and it starts to waffle like this right here. It goes in and out, and it decreases the contact patch. So then you automatically lose a certain amount of coefficient of friction, and the more it's turned, the more it exacts.
He got a phone call.
Yeah, dial up. I bet Stormy went in there and picked the phone up off the wall.
I was in it, man. I was all about it. I was like, coefficient of friction and the air and the waffle and the.
Yeah, Stormy was like, he don't know what he's talking about. And she grabs the phone. I need to use the phone, Daddy. I got to use the phone.
I'm calling QVC right now.
Yeah. That's funny.
What to give him a dedicated something or something. That is so funny.
Yeah. Didn't that happen before?
I'm on the phone. Baby, I know. Okay. The podcast is going on right now.
I'm trying to use the internet, trying to use the computer. Now what he's hearing is
oh, there he is.
Did she hang the phone back up?
Big guy. Oh, hang on. He muted himself.
All right, I'm back.
Did she pick the phone up?
No.
Click. Oh, you gonna pay for that tonight?
Yeah.
How dare you hang up on me?
That parental control must have a timer on it.
Yep.
Sorry about
that. Hey, Eddie, I need you into work tomorrow morning earlier.
Yeah, earlier. Like, can you be here at least by 8:30?
Yeah, I need you to take the trash out. And well, you're doing a podcast? Well, that's okay.
I got to go pick up my wash mitt. It's in the driveway. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh man! Oh, my nose. That's funny.
That was fun.
So race tires are meant to expand and give way, and
well,
that's crazy.
From in between go and stop, they're not round.
No,
I can imagine. Yeah,
they're every other shape but round. When they load it on the trailer, they're round. That's it.
And flat on one side.
Flat, yeah, just on one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. I think this is going to be it. This is going to be the gear. This is going to be it.
It's because of that mechanic shirt you got on right there.
I'm telling you.
That reflective.
I like
$34. It is reflective. I don't mind it so much.
Well, I mean, that'll be good, when we're riding around on the pit bikes after dark.
Yeah.
I can keep up with you.
Chasing the track snack.
Yeah. Yeah. And in the event of a 1050, we can always look for the reflective shirt.
Yeah.
Tumbling through the pits.
Yeah, attention in the pits. Attention in the pits.
I just don't want to get run over while I'm like real close to cars. I'm like, yeah. You see me. I know you see me.
Well, the good news is that won't happen but one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, that I know you experienced some of that when we were at Farmington this last trip, not with Darian, but sort of our end of the summer wrap up thing.
Yeah.
You have not yet experienced the Southeast Gassers.
Mm-mm.
And we have been accepted as media holding credential, a group that can hold media credentials at any of those events. And we have one coming up in Shadyside in April.
Yeah.
And I know that we're sort of being coy and funny about, people choosing violence. But I want to tell you, Ash, standing beside one of those cars when it is turning 10,000 RPMs and they just sidestep the clutch and that car stands straight up like this right here and they're grabbing gears. There is nothing like it. I mean, you can hear the tires hit the asphalt when it takes off, every gear change, and those being right there next to it is phenomenal. And
I got some headphones this year.
Yeah, I look forward to heading back to Shadyside to watch them again.
It's like the Gassers are the punk rockers of rock and roll.
All right.
When they launch, they're not going to let off the gas, and they don't care if it's riding the guardrail.
Yeah,
they don't care if it's bouncing off the car in the other lane. They don't care if pistons and rods are flying through the air. They're not letting off the gas. It's like they're driving somebody else's car that they just don't give a shit about.
Yeah. That little 32.
Oh yeah, he's making sparks down the guardrail. And
he was just hitting gears and bouncing
and
off
guardrail.
Come back around, pulled the fender out, checked for leaks, loaded her right in the water bottle.
Launch it again. Don't care. Yeah. They're like the honey badgers of the animal world. They don't care.
Yeah.
Nice.
If we're either going to put it on the trailer in one piece or
two.
A piece at a time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they, drive it like you stole it. That's exactly what they drive it, like they're pissed off at it.
Yeah.
Like they have had enough. I have had enough of this damn race car. And I hope it breaks on this pass.
You have cut one too many belt loops.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. You go to O'Reilly's to get you one of them there belt loop repair kits. I've heard they've started stocking them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Especially for vandals.
Gorilla duct tape.
All day, every day.
Every day.
Have you ever used any of that, by the way?
Gorilla tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never use it again.
You can't pull it off the roll.
No, I'll never use it again. And when you stick it down, it better be stuck to what you want it to be stuck to, and it better be repairing the piece that's broke, because you ain't getting it off.
Here's our next entrepreneurial adventure.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
Bikini waxing gorilla tape.
A Brazilian?
Why not? We'll do eyebrows, armpits.
Boy,
so you're talking about using gorilla duct tape to do gender reassignment surgery.
Yeah, where the innie is now an outie.
If you're undecided about your gender,
we'll decide for you.
This will help you. You'll
if
know
it's an outie,
yeah.
If it's an outie, it's coming off. If it's an innie, it's an outie.
And here's what we can do. We can just pull off, like, I don't know, a really, really, really long strip and put one section on the area that they want to be without hair. And we'll wrap the other section, just maybe 2 or 3 laps, around the wheelie bars of Darian's Camaro.
Don't involve that young man in your resilience.
No.
That's a good guy, man.
That'll be the most painless way to get that tape off.
Yeah. No, it ain't coming off.
You can't get it off the roll.
Getting drugged down the runway.
Dude, you can't get it off the roll to even use it.
That's good stuff.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Remember that woman that used it all in her hair and then sued Gorilla Glue? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
She, a young lady, she got Gorilla Glue and stuck it all in her hair, like slicked it back, and it glued, and then she sued, and then she lost.
Okay, why?
Why not?
Wah.
Why would you do that?
I can't believe it stuck. It's like it was like, her hair grew up a little bit. The guy finally shaved it off, but it was like, lady, you don't put Gorilla Glue in your hair. But people be people. Yeah. Sometimes when you go to Lowe's and you use the bathroom, you got to check the seat because people will put glue on the seat. And one guy got glued to the toilet seat in Lowe's one time. Fire department had to get called out. Lowe's Hardware.
They have never put glue. They have never put glue on the trash can lid. I can tell you that for a fact.
On a what?
Trash can lid. Anyway.
theMechanicsville at gmail.com. theMechanicsville.com. Check out our Facebook, Mechanicville.
Yes, listen. Mechanicsville Nation, we love you, each and every member. We're so grateful that you have jumped on board with us. Share with your friends. Give us a like and a share on our new Facebook page. Check out our new Facebook page, the Mechanicsville Facebook page. Like and follow on it. You can always find us here at theMechanicsville.com YouTube channel for all the racing action, cars and things, all things cars. And you can get in touch with us at theMechanicsville@gmail.com. Did I do that good, Ash?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was perfect.
Now I wish the camera was on. We're not recording.
It's not
not recording.
That was real nice, but we're not recording.
That was awesome. Perfect trial run.
Yes.
There we go.
There it is. There you have it.
That's if you want to email us. Also go to Facebook, comment. We want to look at your car. We want to help you with your car. We want to comment on your garage. We want to comment on your mama. Please let us know what's going on in the world of automotive. Send us pictures. We'll put it on the website. If you need to reach out to HRE, if you need to reach out to anybody, let us know. And by the way, thank you for the sponsors we have. We have 3 sponsors now.
Yes.
Thank you so much for those guys. And if you want to be a sponsor, reach out to Stu. He's our money man, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, that guy.
I'll take your money.
He's got a Dell laptop on his wrist now. He can track it all.
Yeah. He's
Jelly
now.
Jelly.
Oh, you got the red. You can make calls on yours. You got cellular on your phone, on your watch, don't you? Yeah. Does that have its own?
This thing does everything.
Huh?
It does everything.
Mine don't. I got an old one. It's old and small.
You can't help it, man.
I know. TheMechanicsville.com takes straight to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. We're building this up. Let's see. What is our slogan? Every car has a story, and every story has a mechanic. I think that's right.
That's right.
Mechaniacs. No?
Yeah.
Mechaniacs.
Yeah.
Mechaniacs. Maniac. Mechanics. Mechaniacs. The nation, the crew. Join the crew. Check out some merch. Description below. Check out Darren Houston's Facebook page. Check out PSPA. I believe that's right. It's a private group. Everything stick shift. Check out the latest video we put up of Darren at test and tune that we got rained down. Unfortunately, we still got some pretty good footage, and we will make that up to you. Darren will make it up to y'all, and we'll get some great footage of him going down the track and some others.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for watching, And now we're going to have our weekly meeting where we pretty much just do IT for people.
Hello, can I help you? My name is Steve.
I got a Gmail account.
Yeah.
My name
Yeah.
is Max.
Yeah.
See y'all.
Deuces.